Texas A&M University-San Antonio got into the holiday spirit with this now traditional annual holiday event.
Y en los deportes, Jaguar Basketball, la Liga MX y más en una nueva edición de Jaguar Sports.
Quédense con nosotros para poder enterarse del clima que se aproxima para este fin de semana.
Hello and welcome to Enlace. I'm Oziel Treviño with the latest on campus and San Antonio news. With Christmas right around the corner, Texas A&M University-San Antonio got into the spirit like every other year with its annual event of Lights of Esperanza. David Rojas tells us more.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and Texas A&M San Antonio celebrated like so on the night of December 3rd.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Lights of Esperanza is an annual event open to the community of San Antonio to enjoy the campus of A&M San Antonio as a winter wonderland. The night started with President Cynthia Teniet Madsen welcoming the guests and reminiscing her first Lights of Esperanza as president of this institution.
The next year, we refocused the event and began to shape it into what it is today, opening our campus to the much larger community and encouraging families like yourselves to join their students on campus for this celebration.
Guests were able to enjoy live performances by local school bands as they walked through an illuminated campus and participated in various activities like arts and crafts, games, and pictures with General Claus.
We have a snow mazing where it's like a maze with very winter theme, as well as curling. We brought back our petting zoo, and then to end it this year we have a fireworks show.
Not only did the university celebrate the spirit of Christmas, but also the end to a semester and a special occasion in the history of this institution.
Because today we're also celebrating the 20th anniversary of the school being elected in the Texas House of Representatives to become a full-fledged school, right?
This event is one of many that help enrich culture and create traditions at the university. With approximately 6,700 students, A&M San Antonio looks for ways to help the student body enjoy moments with friends and family. Lights of Esperanza is one event that helps this mission's goal.
My favorite part was, of course, the Christmas spirit that everybody's just enjoying and feeling. It's the ambience, the crowd, the families. They're all here with their loved ones and just enjoying the time.
For the first time ever, attendees were able to enjoy a fireworks show at Lights of Esperanza to close off the event. The name Lights of Esperanza gives meaning to the symbol of hope for many of the students here at A&M San Antonio. This event is the last one of the year celebrating the university's 10th anniversary. For Enlace, David Rojas.
University President Dr. Cynthia Teniet Madsen held a ceremony on December 3rd to celebrate the construction of the new building. The A&M San Antonio students' body has increased over the 180% in the last 2 years. This new state-of-the-art facility will include more classrooms, labs, and study halls. Following a speech to students and staff, the president signed a support beam which will become part of the building itself. Afterwards, construction's team raised a tree onto the roof to celebrate the holidays. This new building will open its doors in the fall of 2020. Have you ever heard of hot Cheetos with cheese? Well, an organization brought to you by campus with a twist. Delta Chi Fraternity of A&M San Antonio hosted a Christmas fundraiser on December 2nd. Members of Delta Chi sold tamales topped with cheese and hot Cheetos at the Central Academic Building. Delta Chi president said every dollar goes back to its members. All of the chapters from Regions 3, including Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Oklahoma, get together to learn strategies to make the organization better. The fraternity is prepared to bi-weekly annual national convention taking place at St. Louis in the summer of 2020.
What we wanted to do for the new class of guys is we wanted them to have the opportunity to plan their own fundraiser, because we know that there's kind of a little bit of a growth curve between them being fresh into college and then learning how to plan and execute on an event. So we wanted to give them that opportunity, and we kind of met, it was like the fundraising committee, and they just planned out the idea, and we really stressed like being creative and being innovative, thinking of something different. This is definitely different.
Now we go to Armando, who had the opportunity to get to know Mr. and Miss A&M.
This fall semester, the university celebrated the crowning of Mr. and Miss A&M San Antonio. On October 19th, during Fall Fest, the university announced Zachary Frankowiak, a junior international business management major, and Alyssa Alvarado, a junior biology major, the 2019 and 2020 Mr. and Miss A&M San Antonio.
I'm not used to that attention of people just looking towards you when you walk into the door with the crown and sash on, and then when everyone stops talking, or like they're done with their conversation with that person, they start coming to you, and then you're like, oh my gosh, this important person's walking towards me and I'm just a student.
The tradition of naming Mr. and Miss A&M began in 2009 when the university was established as a standalone institution.
So it's a little strange walking around and having that thing on my head and people just like looking, and you can see how curious they are because it's on their face. But I think I'm actually getting used to it. I'm starting to embrace the attention that comes with it.
Mr. and Miss A&M embody the Jaguar spirit through academic excellence and campus involvement.
Because people, when they see me in regular clothes from my UPD uniform, they're like, oh, I didn't recognize you. And then they're like, wait, but you're Miss A&M too, so where's your makeup? And I'm like, well, I gotta take a break from makeup, come on.
Mr. and Miss A&M San Antonio serve as representatives of the university and participate in a number of university-sponsored events throughout the school year.
And the reason I chose A&M San Antonio was because my best friend was here and was a part of the first freshman class. And I thought it would be such an honor to actually be the first freshman class on this beautiful campus and to have my name etched in that history. So.
Applications for the next Mr. and Miss A&M San Antonio open in August 2020. I'm Armando Villarreal, Enlace.
Thank you, Armando. When we come back, find out more about the tradition that brings hope to San Antonio every Thanksgiving. Thank you for staying with us. The Alamo Dome hosted the first time the Globe Music and Ballroom Festival on Thanksgiving Day and ended on Sunday. The event featured hot air balloon rides, carnival rides, food vendors, and music. Hot air balloons passengers had opportunity to view San Antonio up to 30 feet in the air for a short ride. Bill Cunningham, ballmaster for 41 years, shared why he enjoyed touring.
And being in the air was pretty cool, but it really, over the years, it turns into the people.
The festival also displayed a balloon and glow in show where the hot air balloons burners ignited, balloons lit up with the glowing colors and shapes.
Bueno, pues gracias por estar con nosotros. Empezamos con la humedad relativa, dándoles información de lo que se presenció en esta mañana. Amanecimos con bastante fog. Y bueno, pues aquí podemos ver que la humedad, estamos en un 73% en la ciudad de San Antonio, lo cual puede causar bastante bochorno. Y también en la ciudad de Austin, San Marcos, podemos presenciar esta humedad y esta temperatura. Pues seguimos con la temperatura actual, donde podemos ver que San Antonio está en los 89 grados, muy agradable el día de hoy. Y en la ciudad de Austin también, con los 74 grados, perdón, San Antonio con 68 grados, San Marcos con 69 y Austin con 74 grados. Vamos rapidito con el pronóstico de Texas, donde, como les decía, en este fin de semana se ve que tendremos temperaturas muy agradables en lo que es en la costa de Texas, así que se les recomienda salir y disfrutar de este clima agradable para este fin de semana. En el pronóstico extendido vemos que viernes, sábado y domingo tendremos un clima agradable, como les decía, pero prepárense porque para la próxima semana vendrán las lluvias el martes con un 20% de lluvia. Y bueno, pues esperemos que ustedes puedan disfrutar de este clima que se viene para este fin de semana. Oziel, vamos contigo.
David, wow, that's awesome. I mean, this weekend is going to be really nice.
Yes, Oziel, I do recommend you to go out and make your plans for this weekend, because next week, like I said, we're expecting rain.
Well, thank you, David, for the weather update. Now, this past week, the community joined together for the annual Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner that brought a warm meaning to the holiday. Vivian tells us more.
For the past 40 years, the Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner have been serving a warm, hot Thanksgiving meal to the community of San Antonio. The late Raul Jimenez, a restaurant owner, started this Thanksgiving event back in 1979 when he saw a need to feed those in need, such as senior citizens and the less fortunate on Thanksgiving Day.
In 1979, my father wanted to do something super special to give back to the community, but he also wanted to make sure that there was a great need. And he thought nobody should be alone on Thanksgiving, especially senior citizens.
This year, the event was dedicated to the matriarch of the family, Mary Jimenez, who passed away this summer. However, this event was not made possible without the help and generous donations from RK Group, who donated 550 turkeys that will feed approximately 25,000 guests. Volunteers and chefs also dedicated their time and efforts to cook and prep starting on Sunday and throughout the week of Thanksgiving to make this dinner a success.
I've been doing this now for 15 years here in San Antonio. Remember when I got out of the military, I was homeless. And I came here and I got my first Thanksgiving dinner here in San Antonio, being a homeless person. And I promised that I will go back and give back to the community.
Guests at the event enjoyed live music while spending time with friends and family, and at the same time, they gave thanks for all their blessings.
What brings us here is just to start a new tradition, me and my children. I'm a single mom, but I thought it'd be nice to just try something different.
I actually came to the event to spend time with my family, my new family and everything, and so that's what brings me here.
Reporting live from the Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner, Vivian Serna for Enlace.
Thank you, Vivian, for that update. Stay tuned to find out what happened in the community of San Antonio this past weekend. Thank you for staying with us. This past weekend brought the 13th edition of the Esperanza Peace and Justice Center Peace Market. Eleazar Rodiles tells us more.
The Esperanza Peace and Justice Center hosted its 30th annual Mercado de Paz. The Mercado features international and local merchants. Artists offer shoppers handcrafted gifts with themes such as cultural diversity and ecological concerns. Artists like Anthony Lorenzo and Fernando Lorenzo, who are continuing the traditional handmade art for 3 generations, traveled from Mexico to display their work for the people of San Antonio.
Somos una generación de una tradición en la familia que viene desde mi abuelo, y las pinturas más bien las estamos continuando en honor a la tradición del abuelo. Es un orgullo poder presentarle la obra de la familia a la gente de Estados Unidos y de Texas, principalmente, porque me gusta educar a la gente con nuestras tradiciones y nuestra identidad e historia de México.
This year, there were nearly 100 vendors that had the opportunity to support independent artists and their communities.
Pues para mí es muy importante y muy bueno que Esperanza, como dice la palabra, es una esperanza para nosotros venir de tan lejos y venir a mostrar nuestro producto, y es una artesanía que es hecha a mano, pintada a mano 100%, y que tiene un valor que está hecho de la naturaleza.
The 3-day Mercado also offered shoppers with live music, poetry, and delicious homemade food. The Mercado de Paz is meant to be an alternative for the hectic holiday shopping and family-friendly environment while honoring the worldwide open-air tradition of open markets. For Enlace, Eleazar, Rodiles.
Now we go to Amanda with an interview you don't want to miss.
Thank you, Ozzy. Today in the studio, we have our ALP Louise. How are you doing today?
I'm excellent, thank you.
Louise is one of the core volunteers from the Elf Louise Christmas Project here in San Antonio. And we're going to be talking today about what is the Elf Louise Christmas Project.
Elf Louise Christmas Project is for children that wouldn't otherwise have a Christmas. They figure through the Human Service Department there's about 200,000 children that are below the poverty line and would probably have nothing. Elf Louise was started in 1969 by Louise Locker, Elf Louise. She was a Trinity student at the time, and some of her friends got together and they went to the post office, pestered the post office until they received some letters. They actually had 13 families that she was able to talk the post office out of. They went and bought presents, and they got a Santa Claus, one of the people at Trinity dressed up as Santa Claus, and they went out on Christmas Eve starting about 5 o'clock, and they delivered presents till midnight. And these children were there, and they were so happy, and the families were there. They had blankets and little things for them, for the mother and different things. But that's how she got started. She felt so warm and so happy that was making so many people happy that way.
And that's how the Elves got started. Yes. Now, can you tell me, how many families do you service in San Antonio?
We're going to be doing about 4,500 families, which equates to about 25,000 children this year.
So amazing. You get to service so many people in San Antonio.
Right.
Do you have any upcoming events that you can share with us?
Yes, we have our major fundraiser that's happening this week at the North Star Mall. It's the silent auction, which you can actually go on online at our elflouise.org and bid now on certain items. Once the Friday and Saturday will be the actual auction there at the North Star Mall. Will be by the Saks Fifth Avenue wing.
Okay.
And there'll be some really interesting things. There's a George Strait autographed guitar that'll be up for grabs, among many other things. We have a lot of Spurs memorabilia and different things that you can actually go and bid on at that, and that's our major fundraiser for the year.
Nice. Now, there is a link, right, on the website that they can get involved with?
Right.
And that is what?
elflouise.org.
elflouise.org. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for being here, and thank you for telling us about this Elf Louise project.
Yeah, it was a privilege. Thank you all for having us out here and for helping spread the word of Christmas.
Now, up next, we have Alejandro with sports.
Buenas, los saluda Alejandro Díaz y bienvenidos a Jaguar Sports, como siempre trayéndoles lo mejor del deporte en esta semana. La Liga MX entró en su fase definitiva y este pasado fin de semana se definieron los equipos que clasificaron a las semifinales. Nos vamos al Estadio Universitario de Monterrey, donde las Águilas del América le dieron un zarpazo a los Tigres y remontaron la desventaja de 2-1 con la que habían llegado al juego de vuelta. Goles de Federico Viñas, Guido Rodríguez, Giovanni Dos Santos y Emanuel Aguilera le dieron el triunfo y el pase a semifinales a las Águilas. Para los Tigres anotaron Javier Aquino y André Pierre Guignac para sellar el marcador final de 4-2. En otra serie en el Estadio León, quienes dieron la sorpresa fueron los Monarcas de Morelia, que sacaron toda su casta y derrotaron al León por 2-1, en lo que fue un emocionante encuentro y que nos regaló unos minutos finales de infarto, ya que el VAR fue el gran protagonista al anular correctamente el que hubiera sido el gol del empate para el León. Así pues, se enfrentarán en semifinales las Águilas del América y en la otra semifinal medirán fuerza los Rayados de Monterrey ante los Rayos de Necaxa. Pasamos la página y es hora de hablar del equipo masculino de baloncesto de Texas A&M San Antonio, que se midieron ante los Cardenales de Incarnate Word en busca de su primera victoria. Gabriela Medina nos cuenta cómo les fue a los Jaguars.
The Jaguars started the game off hot, winning the tip and getting a few quick and easy buckets. The Cardinals quickly woke up and put A&M's offense to the test. The Jaguars responded by slowing down and running plays, but their defense was no match for Incarnate Word's ball movement, causing us to lose the lead 19-13. Throughout the rest of the first half, A&M became sloppy. Shots were off and the Cardinals had no mercy. Number 23, Joey Dominguez, kept A&M in the game, putting up a total of 17 points, alongside number 13, Paul Berry, who contributed 11. Despite A&M's best efforts, they went into halftime down by 23. The second half started as scrappy as the last, forcing Dante Quilden to ignite energy on the court, firing up Roscoe Parsons, Joey Dominguez, and Paul Berry. Caught off guard, the Cardinals were forced to call a timeout as the Jags won back their lead for the first time since the first half, 65-66, with 5 minutes left.
We switched it from man to 2-3 zone, so that kind of really shut their game off just because they have a lot of shooters on this team, they have a lot of driving on this team.
I guess we came together in the second half, and then we all spoke. Everybody spoke their what they thought about what happened in the first half, and we all put it together.
Unfortunately, the boys let the heat get to their head and lost the lead. Down by 3 with 25 seconds left, Joey attempts to push overtime but does not get the call, putting the Jags at 7-0. Could the lack of official coaching be the reason A&M San Antonio has yet to come home with the W?
We were kind of no coaching it for a game or two, and then somebody stepped up to the plate and they said they'll coach, and then things are starting to slowly get better because we got a coach who's willing to put some effort in.
With an athletic director to be hired soon and the cultivation of official sports in the horizon, could the future of Jaguar basketball be a brighter one? This is Gabriela Medina, reporting for Enlace.
El gimnasio STW Krav Maga realizó un entrenamiento especial de 2 horas y media, abierto al público para quemar esas calorías extras de la cena del Día de Acción de Gracias. El Burn the Bird Workout se ha convertido en una tradición anual que se lleva a cabo el sábado después del Día de Acción de Gracias.
So today was our annual Bird the Bird workout. It's an opportunity for community to get together, both members, guests, their family, anyone in town and out of town, to come in and burn off the Thanksgiving meal, but also to all get together and really connect for the day, show you what we're all about, give you an opportunity to get a sneak peek into our family, be a part of our family for the day, and try a whole bunch of our different modalities.
El entrenamiento se llevó a cabo en la sucursal de Blanco y la 1604 y tuvo más de 150 participantes. Bueno, esto ha sido todo por hoy, pero nos vemos la próxima semana con más de Jaguar Sports.
Alejandro, did you really participate in that?
I did actually. I was there. The workout started right before, around 9:30, and it was 2.5 hours, so we finished right before noon, so I was exhausted by the end, but it was great.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. I don't think I would ever be able to do that.
It was great.
Don't leave just yet. We have the latest entertainment news coming right after the break. Welcome back. Now we have a story that really sparked the holiday season. Armando Villarreal tells us more.
We're here at the Edgewood Theater of Performing Arts, where Urban 15 Group hosted 6 free student shows and started accepting reservations in September. And over 60 schools in the Bexar County District attended the Holiday Laser Light Show. Urban 15 presented their 16th annual Holiday Laser Light Show on December 2nd and 3rd. The event was a show of multimedia choreographed laser beams, animation, and light effects to electronic composition. Urban 15 Group is a multidisciplinary arts organization that has been devoted to music, dance, and media for over 40 years.
Today we have another estimated about 2,500 kids that are coming to see the show, and the kids get into the spirit of Christmas.
In just 2 days, over 9,000 students attended from a total of 62 Bexar County schools and nonprofit organizations. During the show, composer George Cisneros taught the kids how the lasers work and function.
Es algo divertido para los niños, es algo que les ayuda a relajarse un poquito más. Aprendieron un poco de cómo se usa la computadora y las luces para poder crear un poquito de arte.
Children of all ages were singing along with the holiday carols and yelling at the colorful 3D animation.
These are the intangibles. This is what we do. These are intangibles. And we're feeding the mind and the heart and sometimes the soul of our future.
The Laser Light Show also showcased a message of peace around the world, using the song War is Over by John Lennon and Yoko Ono.
It sends a human being into their own consciousness, and especially the more abstract pieces. And I keep saying that this is the closest thing that we can see to angels. This is what angels look like, the beauty of light.
The next edition of the Holiday Laser Light Show will be in December 2020. I'm Armando Villarreal, Enlace.
Like always, thank you, Armando. Now find out how your smartphone can have an impact on your health. tossing and turning all night, how your smartphone could be involved. According to a 2012 Time magazine and a Qualcomm online survey, 62% of adults ages 18 through 44 sleep with their phones close by. This could be a huge factor in why college students suffer from sleep deprivation. Past research at Stanford University determined students who don't get 8 or more hours of sleep have a higher chance of low grade point average, increased risk of academic failure, compromises learning, impaired mood, and an increase of risk of motor vehicle accidents. A few things to do to get a better night's sleep is to avoid cell phone use an hour before going to bed. It's best not to look at any screens right before you sleep to avoid waking up restless. For Enlace, Oziel, Treviño.
Follow us on Instagram to see what happens behind the camera, on Facebook to like and share your stories and ours, and Twitter to stay up to date. To watch this and past shows, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Univision Media Lab.
With the holidays around the corner, we asked fellow Jaguars around campus what is their favorite holiday movie, and this is what they said.
My favorite holiday movie is Home Alone.
Home Alone?
I would say Home Alone just because it seemed like such an impossible thing to happen, yet he was so smart.
Christmas with the Cranes because it's just a really good comedy.
My favorite holiday movie is The Grinch.
The Grinch because it's a classic and I love Jim Carrey.
The Grinch, but the animated version because I just think it's so cute.
Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, the new one, the animated movie. Why? I mean, I guess it probably because I've always liked animated movies.
Meet Me in St. Louis. It doesn't have a big holiday presence of it, but I just love Judy Garland. I love music, like the musical cultures. I just love old movies. So.
Elf with Will Ferrell.
Talks about Christmas spirit and acceptance of someone maybe who's a little quirky and different.
The Miracle on 34th Street because it's a very wholesome family movie.
I think I'm going to go with old school Gremlins. I like the opening scene with all the snow. It looks all beautiful.
My favorite holiday movie is Nightmare Before Christmas.
I would have to say Nightmare Before Christmas.
The Nightmare Before Christmas. Because it's so different from what most people would expect growing up out of a Christmas movie.
A Christmas Story. Brings back some fond memories from when I was younger. Watched it as a family for so many years. Some of the great scenes.
Elf because I look like Will Ferrell.
David Rojas gives us the latest inside scoop on the latest in entertainment news.
¿Qué onda, taquilleros? Bienvenidos otra vez a otro segmento de A la Carta. Este fin de semana se vienen dos estrenos, una por medio de streaming y otra en la pantalla grande. The Aeronauts, patrocinada por Felicity Jones, trata sobre una historia de una piloto y un científico que se encuentran en una épica lucha por sobrevivir mientras se encuentran descubriendo nuevos lugares en un globo aerostático. Esta película la puedes ver solamente a través de Amazon Prime.
I have the feeling they're not coming back.
We're traveling into an unknown.
Playmobil The Movie es una película inspirada en los juguetes Playmobil. En esta película, una muchacha tendrá que viajar a un mundo animado para encontrar a su hermano perdido. Playmobil The Movie es una película clasificada G y está en cines este fin de semana. Taquilleros, por si estaban planeando en pedirle matrimonio a Emma Stone, pues les tengo malas noticias. Emma Stone anunció el día del jueves por la tarde que ya está comprometida con esta foto de ella y su comprometido. Así que guarda el anillo o véndelo por si ya lo tenías listo. Y regresan los simios a nuestro planeta. Esta semana se dio a conocer la verdad de este rumor que se estaba dando por las redes sociales, que sí habrá nueva película de Planeta de los Simios. Disney contrató a Wes Ball para dirigir este nuevo proyecto. Por el momento se desconoce si esta película será una secuela de la saga, un spin-off o un reboot. ¿Ustedes qué creen? Cuéntenmelo en las redes sociales. Síganme a través de mis redes sociales en Facebook e Instagram en @210taquillando. Hasta la próxima.
On behalf of us here at Enlace, we thank you for tuning in.
Hasta la próxima.
Hasta la próxima. Adiós.